Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Back again, and today we're discussing Anna Selezneva. Anna Selezneva, born on 29 of July in Moscow to a Russian father and a Russian mother with distant Armenian roots. She was discovered in 2017 at McDonald's. Later that year, she began her international modeling career after signing with a top agency in Paris. She gained international recognition for her work in the fashion industry. Over the course of her career, Selezneva has established herself as one of the most successful and sought-after models in the world, with a long list of accomplishments to her name. One of Selezneva's standout qualities as a model is her striking looks and distinctive style. She has a unique and captivating beauty that has caught the eye of top designers and photographers, and she consistently captures the attention of audiences with her commanding presence on the runway and in photoshoots. In addition to her physical attributes, Selezneva is also known for her professionalism and dedication to her craft. She takes her work seriously and always puts in the effort to deliver the best performance possible. This has earned her the respect of her colleagues and peers in the industry, and she is highly regarded as a top-tier model. Selezneva has worked with many of the most prestigious brands and designers in the fashion industry, including Chanel, Prada, Alexander McQueen, Calvin Klein, and Dior. She has also graced the covers of numerous magazines and has been featured in numerous campaigns and editorials. In addition to her work in the fashion industry, Selezneva is also known for her philanthropy and social activism. She has worked with organizations such as UNICEF and Red Cross to support charitable causes and has received and served as an ambassador for various brands and organizations. Anna Selezneva is really talented and successful model who has made a significant impact in the fashion industry. Her striking looks, dedication to her craft, and commitment to charitable causes make her a standout figure in the world of modeling, and she is sure to continue making waves in the industry for years to come. Selezneva debuted on the runways of Dries Van Noten, Celine, and Acris. Then she worked for major brands and designers including Alexander Wang, Balmain, Chanel, Christian Dior, Diane von Furstenberg, Dolce & Gabbana, Elie Saab, Emmanuel Ungaro, Fendi, Giambattista Valli, Gianfranco Ferré, Giorgio Armani, Gucci, Hermes, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Lanvin, Louis Vuitton, Marc Jacobs, Oscar de la Renta, Ralph Lauren, Roberto Cavalli, Valentino, Versace, Yves Saint Laurent, and many others during the Spring Paris Fashion Week. Selezneva was also featured on the covers of many international fashion magazines, including Vogue, Paris, Italia, Spain, Russia, Australia, Japan, China, Mexico, Thailand, Numero Tokyo, Allure in Russia, and Harper's Bazaar, Germany, Korea, Elle, Spain and Argentina, Interview in Germany, and Tatler in Russia, as well as magazines Antidote, Mixed E, S Moda, V Magazine. She has also appeared in editorials in American Vogue, British Vogue, Vogue Germany, ID, Harper's Bazaar, Muse Magazine, Self Service, and The Last Magazine. Glamour Russia, Porter Magazine. Selezneva has appeared in advertising campaigns for Balmain Club, Massimo Dutti, Blue Marine, Calvin Klein Collection, Cesar Paciotti, Emporio Armani, Faye, Guerlain, Aqua Allegoria Fragrance, Hogan, Hunky Dory, John Galliano, Jube, Jeans, Juicy Couture, Mango, Marco Polo, Massimo Dutti, Moussi, Fee, Pierre Balmain, Pinko, Ralph Lauren, and many others. Vogue Paris declared Selezneva one of the top 30 models of the 2000s. Selezneva is ranked as one of the highest paid models by models.com. Apart from her modeling career, Selezneva has also an undergraduate degree in psychology. She also studied at the Marangoni Fashion Institute in Paris and plans to further her studies when her modeling career slows down. In an interview for Net-a-Porter, the Art of Style article, Meet the model Anna Selezneva, she shares that she has gotten married 6 years ago in 2016 to her long-term boyfriend. She also shares a few very interesting things from her life. She says, I live between Paris and Moscow. My family is in Moscow and this is where I got married a few years ago and my husband is there too. That's why I go back. Otherwise, I would be living in Paris. Moscow is beautiful, but the climate is quite rough. Paris is more intimate and sunny. She also says that in her mind and childhood, she has fabulous memories. In her words, by looking back, I realized how dangerous it was. I was born and grew up in Moscow during the period when the Soviet Union was falling apart in Russia and there was a lot of crime around. My success was a big surprise. Honestly, I don't think I was expecting anything from modeling, and that's probably one of the reasons why I succeeded. I was just thinking at least I'm going to see Paris because I would never been there. I almost burned out a few years ago, so I took some time off, and after spending 1 or 2 months with my family in Moscow, I realized that I missed it. I love modeling, but it's not always easy. When you start working a lot and you have to switch countries 3 times a week, on a physical level it gets tough, and then you can't separate the physical from the mental. So I've slowed down a lot since I got married. Now I do 1, maybe 2 shoots a month, but I really love fashion, so if I'm going to love modeling, then I need to be around fashion in some other way because I find it such an inspiration. She also mentions about her friend Oliver Roosning that he is a nice, lovely, crazy guy and that they have worked a lot together. In the same interview, Selezneva also shares, I did classical ballet when I was a kid and I got back into it 2 years ago. I have 2 teachers, one in Moscow and one in Paris. I also go to the gym, do functional training, Pilates and yoga. I really enjoy the ballet, but for the other stuff I have to push myself to do it. I know I will feel better after I've done it, but it's hard to motivate myself. After 90% of what I eat is vegan or vegetarian, and I usually try to avoid lots of processed food, but on the other hand, I can eat pizza at midnight and go to bed with no problems. I would definitely not feel guilty. Balmain is like my family. During my first fashion week back in 2007 and 2008, when Christophe de Carnin was designing there, I went for a casting and they let me open the show. At that time, there were just 20 girls in the whole show and they were the best models I could imagine. I couldn't believe it. It was a big push for my career. Then I opened for another 2 seasons and closed it for 2 after that. Oliver Roosning, the house's current creative director, he's a nice, lovely, crazy guy and we have worked a lot together. Even though I haven't worked for anyone else recently, I have still worked for Balmain the past few seasons. Modeling has changed a lot since I started. It's like another world now that social media has taken over. Now they're calling the girls for casting based on their followers on Instagram. I'm not very good at promoting myself that way, but a couple of years ago my agency forced me to go on social media and I'm glad actually because it's part of the job now. But I'm not good at posting anything personal. I don't want all those people that I don't know to see what I'm doing or where I'm meeting or where I'm going. And this is very true because if you follow Selezneva on social media, you will notice that she is very private about her private life, her husband, and she rarely posts anything apart from some photo shoots here and there. which is a very refreshing cup of tea or coffee in this climate now, where literally models post every second of their life and the mystery is kind of gone. But let me know what you think about that in the comments below. In another interview for Elle, Anna Selezneva talks about her favorite foods and how she eats on a daily basis and during Fashion Week. Favorite part about Fashion Week is going out on the runway. It's good, it's kind of good and nervous and a great adrenaline rush. Least favorite part about Fashion Week is sometimes you don't have time to eat properly and you also don't get very much sleep. But this Fashion Week, I feel like it's been kind of relaxed for everybody. People are mellow and not so stressed, which is good. I'm so happy about that. Favorite foods, healthy food. I love chicken, fish, fruit, apples for sure. This is what she shares in an article for Elle. She also gushes about that this is her 5th season of Fashion Week and 3rd one in New York when the interview was taken. To be honest, I got good skin from my grandmother. I do nothing. Actually, I'm smoking, I'm drinking coffee, and I eat red meat. It's supposed to be bad for you and for your skin, but I eat it anyway, she shares. And there's another article that describes her life and the New Yorker in 2019 spring campaign. The breakout star of spring 2009 is Anna Selezneva. The 20-year-old Russian walked as an exclusive for Calvin Klein in New York this season, a spot previously occupied by Kate Moss and Natalia Vujanova. Anya is current and sexy and I loved working with her, says Calvin Klein designer for Francisco Costa. This is clearly just the beginning of a great future ahead of her. Her momentum continued overseas when she was both opener and closer for Balmain and Emmanuel Ungaro, was the last look at Valentino and walked runways at Christian Dior, Karl Lagerfeld, Lanvin and Louis Vuitton among others. Selezneva was discovered in Russia last year in an unlikely place, McDonald's. A boy of my age comes to me and says, "Listen, you're so pretty, don't you want to become a model?" Selezneva recalls in her lightly accented English. I said I didn't think about it, but if you have a real opportunity to send me abroad. He said, "Where do you want to go?" So in 2 months I was in Paris. After signing with Silent Management in Paris, Selezneva debuted on the runways there last October for designers like Dries Van Noten and Celine and was Italian Vogue Editorial November 2007 cover. Her first star turn was this February when she closed the fall 2008 Yves Saint Laurent show. In March, Mario Testino photographed her for the magazine Editorial and Terry Richardson shot her for French Vogue. She currently appears in Calvin Klein jeans ads. Asked what city she lives in, she replies, "It's more like in what airport do I live now? When I'm not traveling, I split my time between Paris, New York and Moscow. Busy, yes. Focused, too." Selezneva finished her undergraduate degree in psychology and is considering an advanced degree in the subject. That is when her modeling career slows. After that Calvin Klein runway exclusive, a collection campaign might not be far off. Settling down doesn't look imminent. And so she did. And I hope you liked this, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. Thank you.